Now, it's Glee. More from Fox following this episode.
So here's what you missed on Glee. The Glee Club's getting ready for nationals, and Quinn's getting ready to be prom queen.
You need to get elected for prom queen. It's the ultimate status symbol.
Kurt had to leave McKinley because Karofsky threatened him.
Can't expel a kid for shoving. He'll just say, I didn't mean to shove that kid. I tripped. Excuse works like a charm. I use it all the time.
But at least he's got Blaine and the Warblers, who just lost at regionals to the New Directions.
We got each other out of all this. The pizza lousy trophy, don't you think?
Santana's got it bad for Brittany.
This relationship is really confusing for me. Breakfast is confusing for you. Well, sometimes it's sweet and sometimes it's salty. Like, what if I had eggs for dinner? And then, what is it?
And Wilson always had it bad for Emma, but lately she's gotten super crazy with the cleaning fruit and stuff.
I'm not following.
Like, seriously crazy.
One day, we're gonna find a way to beat this thing.
And that's what you missed. On Glee.
Alright guys, nationals are just a few weeks away and it's time to bear down. And your singing at regionals was amazing. But your dancing, it's booty cat time. Hey, get it going. A 5, 6, 7, 8. Push yourselves guys. Vocal adrenaline takes no prisoners. Oh. I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
I'm bleeding.
Let's get you to a doctor.
My dad's will be here in 15 minutes. You don't have to stay then.
No, I want to wait and hear what the doctor says. I feel terrible.
Won't Quinn be mad at you sitting vigil over my bedside?
Well, I'm standing. And she'd understand how awful I feel, even if it's not broken.
It's broken.
Well, I knew I was a bad dancer, but I never thought my dancing was dangerous.
It's a clean break, so I won't have to set it. Considering your deviated septum, I consider this a terrific opportunity for a little vanity adjustment.
Are you suggesting that I get a nose job?
You're 16, right? That's when I gave my daughters theirs. It's like a rite of passage for Jewish girls.
Okay. First of all, I like how I look.
She your girlfriend?
No.
What does your girlfriend look like?
Okay. And second of all, I don't want to do anything that's going to affect my voice. My Broadway career depends on it.
Yeah, we got a big show choir competition coming up, and Rachel's kind of our best singer.
Doesn't impact the voice. That's just a myth. The fact is, opening up that septum might allow you to take in more air per breath, which means bigger belts on your high notes.
But Barbara
is great. She's also one in a million. The fact is, if you really want to be an actress, you might want to consider looking and sounding the best that you can. I got an appointment open next week. Can I sign you up?
Oh my God, you're getting a nose job. I'm considering having a minor procedure to repair my deviated septum.
So, a nose job.
Look, I'm happy with the way that I look, okay? And I've embraced my nose. But let's say I wanted to have a slightly more demure nose. Like Quinn's, for example. I would never change my appearance for vanity, but, I mean, the doctor said that it could possibly improve my talent, which would help us all for nationals.
Possibly. What about the risks? Your voice is amazing as is, Rachel.
Hold up. Could we all just get real here for a second? I hear that Rachel's got a bit of a schnoz. I mean, I wouldn't know, because like Medusa, I try to avoid eye contact with her. But can we all just stop lying about how there aren't things that we wouldn't change about ourselves? I mean, I'm sure that Sam's been at the doctor's office and rifled through pamphlets on mouth reduction. I'll bet Artie thought about getting his legs removed since he's not really using them anyways. And I'm definitely sure that Tina's looked into getting an eye deslanting.
It's extraordinarily racist.
Keeping it real.
Sorry, Santana. I'm a beautiful person. I'm in love with myself, and I would never change a thing.
Is that why you're wearing blue contacts today, Tina? Self-hating Asian.
Not many Asian sex symbols, Mike. I'm just trying to be in fashion and mirror what I see in the magazines.
My dancing kind of bothers me. It almost killed Rachel, but I like the way I look.
Oh, please. You have weird, puffy pyramid nipples. They look like they're filled with custard. You could dust them with powdered sugar and they could pass for some sort of dessert. Look, maybe Rachel's fine with having an enormous beak. Maybe she needed to crack hard seeds. All I'm saying is that if you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see, you should change it.
Whoa, guys. I'm really shocked at what I'm hearing here. It goes against everything the Glee Club stands for. I'm telling you, the thing you'd most like to change about yourself is the most interesting part of you.
Well, maybe, but at this school, the thing that makes you different is the thing people use to crush your spirit.
Rachel's a beautiful girl. She doesn't need a nose job. Saying that she's doing it to enrich her talent is just a convenient excuse to deal with the fact that she's insecure about how she looks.
Most of the adults we know have trouble embracing their eccentricities, so how can we expect kids to?
Then it should be our job to help them. I don't want my legacy as a teacher to be conjugated verbs and Glee Club trophies. I want to help them love themselves for who they are. Warts and all, especially warts. How long do you have to do this for?
Until they're all clean.
I mean, I'm really enjoying helping you with your OCD.
Do you know, I really don't like that term. Really, it sounds way too scientific and serious. I really prefer neat freak or cleaning book. But, well, I really have to tell you, I'm so appreciative of all your help. Really, I have so much more free time now that there are 4 hens polishing all of my fruit.
I'm really glad. But shouldn't we be figuring out some techniques you can use to eat your food without scrubbing it?
You mean with germs and pesticides all over it?
No, I mean, really deal with your issues on this stuff.
Well, I've tried. You know, and I may not have been born this way, but this is my lot in life. There's nothing I can do about it.
Thank you.
What for?
I know how I'm gonna get the kids to accept what their differences are. By using their 2 favorite teachers. Me and Gaga. But I'm gonna need your help.
I should be prom queen at this school. If I were prom queen, I could get Brittany to drop the 4-eyed loser and go for the real queen. She's so gullible, I could convince her that by royal decree, I'd made her being with me the law of the land. That's never gonna happen. I don't have the votes. Unless I could get the jock block.
Jack Ryan, you just boarded the Red October. Sean Connery.
And God knows Sam doesn't have the heat at this school yet. Hold on, there's someone at this school who just might have the juice. Dave Karofsky. Holy crap. I'm a closet lesbian and a judgmental bitch, which means one thing. I have awesome gaydar.
You haven't asked us anything about our New York trip. Is it because it's too painful?
Yes, as a matter of fact. But while the New Directions are preparing to perform at Nationals, the Warblers are preparing to perform at a nursing home in a strip mall next to a national bank. I'm so proud of you guys.
I miss you so much. Isn't there any way you could come back to McKinley?
I told him I would be all for it if it wasn't for Karofsky.
Wait, what did you just say?
Kurt needs to be safe.
Okay, can we please change subject?
That's it. Kurt's the trick to winning prom queen and getting Brett.
Not to mention totally boosting our chances at Nationals.
If I could get Kurt back, I'd be a hero. Even Quinn and Finn would vote for me. And the key? Karofsky.
I've got a gay. Go. Go, I've gotta go.
Why is Miss Pillsbury here?
She's helping us out with this week's assignment. Now, this is the only club at school that is represented by just about every race, religion, sexual orientation, and clique. But many of you are still having a hard time with acceptance.
Oh, that's crazy, Mr. Shu. We love each other.
Well, I won't deny that you accept each other, but you don't accept yourselves. This week's assignment has 2 parts. I want all of you to sing songs about accepting yourself for who you are, the best and the worst parts.
What's the second part?
Well, we're going to do a group number by the Queen of Self-Love, Gaga. We're going to perform her anthem to acceptance, Born This Way.
Wait, I still don't know why Miss Pillsbury's here.
I'm here to help you with your costumes for the big number. Each of you will be issued a beautifully fitted white t-shirt. We will then use this letterpress to write a word or a phrase that best describes the thing about you that you're the most ashamed of, or you'd like to change, but you can't because you were born that way. Which is super terrific.
I want you to love those parts of you. Embrace them. Wear them on your chest with pride.
Can you give an example?
Yeah. It's a big moment. Wow, Emma, I thought the whole purpose of you doing this was to
Being a
write.
ginger has plagued me my entire life. People say that I smell like copper. I can get a sunburn indoors at night, and according to recent legend, I have no soul. But I'm here to say that this very curse is what makes me unique. Children, I claim my gingerhood before you today. I was born this way. Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
The screws are cracking. You may have found out? Not real genius.
A crown has rested on my head since I won Miss Tiara Toddler Allen County.
Are you serious?
Yeah, 3 years in a row. I dominated in Western wear and runway, but my real talent was baby pull-ups. Wasn't only becoming Miss Ohio. That is until the shoddy's icy thyroid kicked in, as well as a love of chips, and suddenly I was denied entry into the pageant circuit. They said I no longer looked the part. My dreams were dashed. There's a future queen. A size 2 teenage dream.
You know what? We're going to change that.
How?
Baby, you're gonna get that crown, and I'm gonna be your king.
Thanks for doing this. I'm surprised more girls haven't asked me. My nose is awesome. I can totally count on your vote, right? Yeah, totally. So what's it like? Looking like you look. I pretty much have a warped sense of the world. Being a hot 17-year-old, you can get away with or do anything you want, so kind of always assume that people are always nice and accommodating.
Okay, so, we, ready to pull the trigger?
No, not quite yet. I was kind of hoping that I could get an idea of what I might look like after the procedure. This is my friend, Quinn.
Nice nose.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Yeah, well, Rachel wants it.
No problem. So, click some pics, make up some photo composites, we'll be ready to rock and roll.
I wish I could tie you up in my shoes, make you feel I'm 32. I was told I was beautiful, but what does that mean to you? Look into the mirror, who's inside there? The one with the long hair. Same old me again today. My outside's not cool, my inside's blue. Every time I think I'm through, it's because of you. I've tried different ways, but it's all the same. At the end of the day, I have myself to blame. I'm just a girl. You can let hair grow. You can fix your nose if you say so. You can buy all the makeup that man can make. But if you can look inside you, find out who am I to be in a position to make me feel so damn unpretty. So pretty.
to see someone like me on the poster for a change. What are you doing? Hey! I wore it for prom. As a joke, right? Does it look like I'm joking?
Well, when your name appears on that ballot, the whole school's gonna think it's the laugh riot, and you may just get enough votes to win.
It's sort of the idea.
And as everybody snickers as they try to squeeze that tiara onto your head, somebody's gonna spill pig's blood on you or something like that, and you'll become more of an outcast than you already are.
Okay. I don't know exactly what your problem is, but you best bring it for a break, because I'm hot as hell, I keep it real, and the people at this school want a prom queen who's like them.
No, they want a prom queen who's somebody they'd like to be.
Not everybody can be born pretty like you, but just so you know, who you are inside and who you pretend to be to the rest of the world, they're two different people.
You don't know anything about me, Lauren. Anything. You know what? You're about to. This will just got personal.
I knew you'd ask me out eventually. I'm kind of dukes out at McKinley.
Give it up. I know.
Oh, what?
That you're gay.
What? Who told you that?
No one had to tell me. First of all, I saw you checking out Sam's ass the other day. You know, you really need to be more careful with your wearing.
I didn't. I was just seeing what jeans he was wearing.
Like that's any less gay. Second of all, I know about you and Kurt. Remember last week before the benefit? About you being worried about the truth getting out? Guess what? It's out.
Whatever they told you is a lie to mess with me. I'm gonna kick their asses.
Okay, you know what? Why don't you just settle down and let Auntie Tana here tell you a little story. It's about you. You're what we call a late-in-life gay. You're going to stay in the closet, get married, get drunk to have relations with your wife, have a couple kids, maybe become a state senator or a deacon, and then get caught in the men's room tapping your foot with some page. And you know what? I accept that about you.
Why are you doing this?
Because I need you. And you need me. We play on the same team.
You're...
Look, I'm not ready to start eating jicama or get a flat top yet either. Maybe in junior college.
This is garbage. I'm not gay.
I'm trying to help you out here. Have you ever heard of the term beards? It's when a gay man and woman date each other to hide the fact that they're gay. Like the Roosevelts. So you and I are going to be each other's beards. And then we're going to win prom king and queen and rule the school.
What if I say no?
Then I'm going to tell everyone about you and your life will be over. Only straight I am a straight up bitch. You in or not?
What you're doing is terrible.
Heaviness knows. Rachel asked me for help and I'm giving it to her. And once again, we are fighting about Rachel. I'm your girlfriend.
Look, this isn't about who's my girlfriend. She was trying to get us to accept ourselves for who we are, and you're helping Rachel do the exact opposite. That's not cool.
Maybe I'm not down with this week's lesson.
I love this lesson. Whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, whether I find a place in this world or never belong, I gotta be me, I gotta be me. The dream that I see makes me what I am. I follow
right for somebody else if I'm not right for me. I gotta be free. I gotta be free. Daring to try to do it or die. I gotta be me. That faraway prize, a world of success, is waiting for me if I heed the call. I won't settle down, won't settle for less, as long as there's a chance that I can have it all. That's how it must be. I can't be right for somebody else if I'm not right for me. I gotta be free. I just gotta be free. Daring to try to do it or die. I gotta be free.
All right, fit. Perfect. See, guys, someone who's not afraid to point out something they're really bad at.
But I'm getting better, right?
Mr. Schuster, may I have the floor, please?
It's yours.
So, as all of you know, I've had a few consultations with a doctor who specializes in rhinoplasty. Yes, we know. That's all any of us have been talking about. And we think it's a terrible idea. Okay. Blue eyes are such a hypocrite. I admit, yes, I don't like my eyes sometimes. The shape, the color. But your self-hatred, Rachel, has helped me see the light. I love myself. Not enough, clearly. When you get a nose job, when you change your eyes, when you bleach your freckles, you're just announcing to the world, I don't like myself very much. The charms of this week have made me realize if I don't have many Asian sex symbols to look up to, I have an obligation to become one myself. My new mantra is, be the change you want to see in the world.
I love you so much right now.
Okay. Yes.
Besides Tina's abrupt personal transformation, the compositions came back from the doctor showing what my nose will look like slightly altered, and I have to say I'm really happy with the results. They're less Hebraic and more fabric.
That doesn't really look like you.
Yeah, every year girls show up to my temple after their 16th birthday looking suddenly slightly different. And you know what? Even though it's easier to make out with them without getting constantly stabbed in the eye, they're not as hot.
Well, this isn't about being hot. It's about conquering your destiny and finding something in yourself that you want to change and change it. Plus, they said that it could improve my voice, so if you guys aren't willing to support my decision, then I'm pretty accustomed to making it on my own.
Rachel, please don't do this. You're beautiful.
This isn't a discussion. I've made up my mind. Rachel Berry is getting a nose job. Hey,
Hey,
how's the assignment going?
I actually wanted to talk to you about that.
Oh,
The word you put on your t-shirt.
ginger?
Right. I was a little disappointed. You and I both know you should have put OCD on it.
Well, I don't think it's appropriate to talk about such personal things with him. Really, those kids have to trust me. I'm supposed to be a role model.
And you're not being one. We're trying to teach these kids to accept themselves. And you refuse to.
Well, you know I wasn't born this way. It all started when I was 5.
And you never had any anxiety before that.
I understand that I was a very colicky baby. I mean, I remember getting kicked out of preschool because I was having panic attacks when they made us use manila paper.
You have a severe anxiety disorder, Emma. All of us just humor it because you function so well and you're so cute about it, but it's really keeping you from enjoying your life.
Okay, fine. Do you know what? If you want me to wear a shirt that says Batty or Loon on it, I will. Totally fine. So what if I like my fruit free of contaminants? Isn't that healthy?
You know what I want? I want you to have lunch with me.
Is that unwashed fruit?
Yep. Here. Have a blueberry.
Ugh.
Come on.
Mm-mm. No, stop. This isn't funny.
I'm just trying to help you get better. I think accepting the fact that you have a problem is the first step.
Okay, what, and you think torturing me with unwashed fruit's gonna make me take that step?
You know what I think, Emma? I think you are an expert at deflection.
Is that in your shirt?
And I think you work so hard at helping other people, counseling them, so that you can avoid doing the hard, painful work on yourself.
Okay, that's all I'm asking for. Let me finish. Excuse me. Quiet.
Now,
Give him.
quiet, okay? We don't care what he has to say.
Now, I know David has had some issues in the past, but I have great respect for what he's doing right now. And I ask you to hear him out. Thank you.
We punch his face.
Okay, that's enough, guys. Everyone listen up.
First, I just want to say how sorry I am for what I did to Kurt and for what I've done to a lot of you. I think I've slushied every one of you. I treated Kurt the worst. And I'm really ashamed of who I am and what I did. Why should we believe you? You don't have to. I know I'll need to earn your trust. All I can say is that Santana has really helped me to see the light. She showed me all these stories online about kids jumping off of bridges and hanging themselves because they were being bullied so bad. I couldn't believe someone could make another person feel that awful. But she helped me accept that I was one of those bad people. And I don't want to be anymore.
Wait. Santana? This Glee Club is not complete. Not without Kurt. So I've taken it upon myself to try to rehabilitate Dave. To see if maybe Kurt would consider coming back and help us win nationals.
I did this for us. And then something funny happened. Something called love. I'm gonna barf.
I want Kurt to feel safe to come back. Which is why Santana and I have started a new club. The Bully Whips.
Name is my idea. We're gonna be like guardian angels.
I have deputized David and Santana and the rest of the club to roam the halls, identifying bullying and stopping it in its tracks.
Saying I want the pants, okay, the ones you have on right now.
Then what will I wear for the rest of the day?
That's a YP, your problem, not an MP, my problem. Hey,
Zeke, back off.
say what? What is this, berets?
Everyone deserves a safe school environment. Don't pick on this kid. It's not cool and we won't allow it anymore.
I'm planning on reaching out to Kurt personally through Principal Figgins to try to make amends. This is a chance to really change this place. I hope you can support us.
No, you talk a great game, but all I'm hearing is talk. And talk isn't going to keep Kurt safe.
But the anti-bullying club that David started will. The fact is, since the club began enforcing the no bullying rule, we haven't had one incident.
Yeah, and if I took all the water out of the ocean, it wouldn't be wet anymore. The bullying stopped because your top offender stopped.
Mr. Homer, can I call you Bert?
Of course.
You remember how understanding I was about this when it all began? I didn't come to David's defense. I believed your son. That's because the David I was seeing was not the young man I knew. The boy I raised was a Cub Scout. He was kind. He was a good citizen. I still don't know what was going through his mind when all this bullying started. But I can tell you that the David I'm seeing now is my son back again. This is real.
Do you have any idea how much stress this has caused my family? My son having to leave his friends? My wife and I spending money we don't have on private school because of your son.
Were you always so accepting of homosexuals? We're the same age. I remember what we used to say about the gays when we were younger. Now, it's taken us a long time to figure out what's right. Why can't you just allow David the couple months that it's taken him to figure it out?
Because he said he's gonna kill my son.
I never actually meant that, though. It's just a figure of speech.
How's he supposed to know that?
Your words still matter, David.
I know. And you have to believe how awful I feel about them. Those ones especially. It's not me. Not anymore.
What do you think, Kurt?
I believe he realizes what he did was wrong.
You're only saying that because you want to be back in this school so bad.
Can Dave and I speak for a moment alone? You can wait right outside in the hall.
Let's go.
What's your angle here?
I'm just trying to make things right.
David, I know. Remember? And I haven't told anyone.
Why? It would have made your life a lot easier.
I don't believe in denying who you are, but I don't believe in outing either. But still, you owe me the truth. What's going on here?
It was Santana's idea. She wants to be prom queen, so she figures if we can get you back, we'll get everyone to vote for us.
I'm both repulsed and impressed by her Lady Macbethian ways. Latina Eve Harrington. Okay, if you're gonna be gay, you simply must know who that is.
Look, I don't know for sure I am gay, okay? Stop being such a broken record.
Okay, I have several options here. I could tell everyone the truth about...
Dude, I said I'm sorry. You said you wouldn't do that.
Hold on. Or I can return here and marvel with pride at your new anti-bullying movement, which I fully believe in, and further demand that you and I start a chapter of P-Flag here at William McKinley. Parents, family, and friends of lesbians and gays. You need to be educated, David. You may not have to come out, but you need to be educated.
Man, just killing me now.
Just keep an eye on your brother. One step ahead of you.
You can't be in here, Noah.
It's cool. I checked through the people I drilled last year to make sure no one was going.
What can I help you with today?
I just want to talk to you. One hot Jew to another.
God, look, it's my nose, okay? I am tired of the lectures.
Hear me out. Why are you getting Quinn's nose? If you want to breathe better, why don't you have him give you Carl Malden's nose? Your nose has been passed down from generation to generation as a birthright. It's a sign of the survival of our people.
This has nothing to do with our religion.
I need 1 hour of your time tomorrow. Just 1 hour. Give me that and I'll never bug you again.
What the hell is going on?
Well, my fellow Glee Clubbers, it's noon, which means it's official.
What's official?
My transfer! Kurt Hungold's back at McKinley! Let me breathe. Let's get ready for nationals. Not yet. See, there's a reason we're meeting here today. There's some people that want to say goodbye to you, Kurt.
Kurt, Dalton's going to miss you. You were a great addition to the Warblers, and you made us a better team. I'm sad to see you go, but we all know this is something that you really want. And I'll still have you after school and on the weekends, but these guys won't, so I wanted to say goodbye.
And thank you, Kurt.
I walked across an empty land. I knew the pathway like the back of my hand. I felt the earth beneath my feet. Sat by the river and it made me complete. Oh, simple thing,
saying goodbye to you. I don't know why I'm frightened. I know my way around here. The cardboard trees, the painted seas, the sound here. Yes, a world to rediscover. But I'm not in any hurry. And I need a moment. The whispered conversations in overcrowded hallways. The atmosphere is thrilling here as always. Feel the early morning madness. Feel the magic in the making. Everything's as if we never said goodbye. I've spent so many mornings just trying to resist you. I'm trembling now. You can't know how I've missed you. Miss the fairy tale adventure in this ever-spinning playground. We were young together. I'm coming out of makeup. The light's already burning. Not long until the cameras will start turning. And the early morning madness and the magic in the making. Yes, everything's as if we never said goodbye. I don't want to be alone. That's all in the past. This world's waited long enough. I
so much to live for. The whispered conversations in overcrowded hallways. So much to say, not just today, but always. We'll have magic in the making. Yes, everything's as if we never said goodbye. Yes, everything's as if we never said goodbye. We taught the world new ways to dream. Hey, Lucy. What did you just call me? Well, that certainly got your attention. Can we speak privately? Oh, you may want to have a seat. My dad's college roommate was G. Gordon Liddy. And he taught my pop a valuable lesson. He said the key to any campaign is digging up dirt on your opponent. So I did a little digging.
Dude, my permanent record has 3 volumes. I don't remember doing half this stuff.
You moved to Lime after 8th grade, right?
I transferred from Fairbrook, that's not a secret.
Well, you must have had a pretty lousy attendance record because I called Fairbrook Middle School and they didn't have a record of anyone named Fabray. Which makes sense, as you actually lived in an unincorporated part of Fairbrook Township, which would have meant you would have gone to Belleville Middle School, not Fairbrook. So I took a little field trip.
You didn't.
I did. And you know what? They didn't have a record of anyone named Gwen Fabray either. They did, however, have someone named Lucy Fabray. Lucy Q. Fabray, to be exact. And she looked like this. You can kind of see the resemblance if you look past the nose job and subtract 70 pounds.
Stop, okay? That's me. My middle name is Quinn. I stopped going by Lucy because kids made up a mean nickname.
Juicy Lucy.
Lucy Caboosey. I hated the way I looked. I had zits. I was chubby. Felt terrible about myself. I didn't have friends.
never talked to me. I was the only kid at school who had to dissect their own frog because nobody would be my partner. And then I joined ballet, lost a little weight, found out I was athletic, joined gymnastics and cheerleading, went on Proactive for my acne, and when my dad got transferred and got a raise, I asked him if I could get a nose job. And he said yes. Then I asked him to call me Quinn. Do you hate yourself? No, I love myself, and that's why I did all those things. I've been that girl, and I'm never going back. I was a miserable little girl, and now I'm gonna be prom queen. See, I wouldn't be so sure about that. You think everyone's gonna vote for you because they want to be like you? Well, I don't know if they're gonna want to be like you when they find out they are a complete fraud. What are you gonna do? If I were you, I'd check the bulletin boards.
Why did you bring me here? Is there a sale at Claire's?
I brought you here to knock some sense into you. You won't listen to me, you won't listen to Finn.
But you will listen to Barbara Streisand. Thanks, Buck. I'll take it from here. Nice effort. But only I can lead this Barbara invention.
Is she here?
This is a mall in Ohio. Look, Rachel, here's the deal. Do you want to disappoint her?
Who?
Barbara.
Of course not, Kurt. She's my idol.
Okay, if you get a nose job, then you'll be spitting on her legacy. Barbara refused to believe that beauty could only be defined by the blonde chisel faces of Hitchcock's beauties. So she redefined what beauty was and became the biggest female star in the world.
Well, what if I can't be like her? Isn't she 1 in a billion?
So are you, Rachel. And if you let one misguided societal pressure make you change the way you look, then you won't be letting Barbara down. You'll be letting down all the little girls who are going to look at your beautiful face one day and see themselves. You'll be taking away their inspiration, too. I thought you'd be hesitant, which is why I brought you here. Perhaps if my words don't inspire you, song will. Go.
Barbara Streisand. Barbara Streisand. Barbara Streisand.
Barbara Streisand. Barbara Streisand. Barbara Streisand.
Okay. So, I think
I'm afraid we're out of time.
What do you mean? I just sit down.
Well, the therapeutic hour is 50 minutes, and you just spent 48 of them disinfecting the chair. It's clear you have a fairly severe case of obsessive-compulsive disorder.
Really?
OCD is very treatable. A combination of medication and behavioral therapy will give you some relief from those feelings of panic that you might feel if, say, you think you forgot to unplug the curling iron.
But I think I forgot to unplug the curling iron.
There's a stigma in this country about mental illness. I mean, depression, anxiety, OCD, bipolar, they're hard to diagnose, so people don't always appreciate that they're serious problems, but they are.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure I want to lay on a couch and tell some stranger all of my secrets. And I don't want to start popping pills just so I can turn into someone that other people want me to be. This is how I am. This is who I'm supposed to be.
Your illness is not who you're supposed to be. It's keeping you from who you're supposed to be. Look, you're a guidance counselor, right? So if a student came to you and said they had diabetes, would you give them insulin? Or would you say, hey, that's just who you're supposed to be?
I just feel, I feel so ashamed.
Right. Well, you're not alone. After my daughter was born, I had a severe case of postpartum depression. I would look down at this beautiful baby girl, like she wasn't even mine. Like all the color just came out of the world. But
But you know when the moment was that I started to feel just a little bit better? When I admitted that I needed some help. Well, that's what I'm here for. Can I tell you something, Emma? You're gonna feel better. I promise. I'm gonna give you an SSRI. Start with a low dosage, and that'll help you hold on to the serotonin that your brain naturally makes anyway. And I'd like to see you in about a week.
Hey.
Oh, it's over.
What?
My campaign. I'll never get elected prom queen now.
Can I show you something? It's my girlfriend. I used to have another photo, but I like this one better.
Why? She looks terrible.
You think so? Because I think it's the first one where you can really see her.
She's like an inspiration. One of us. One who overcame. I always thought she was just some kind of sucker bitch, but she's really one of the people. Totally. Holy crap. It's her. Totally. You have our votes, Lucy. Totally. Thanks. Try not to let you down. This just in. Jacob and Israel's pre-poll has you up by 40%. I suppose I had that result coming. It's not cool what I did to you, and I apologize. I respect you. I had to get a nose job and go on a crazy diet to walk around this school like I owned it. And you just do it. I have to admit, I have considered going blonde. I'm not so sure. Red, maybe. It's a great idea. Hey. Do you like my shirt for Glee Club? One's perfect. Check out mine. What? This is perfect. Legend has it that when I came out of my mother, I told the nurse she was fat. Well, I made a different one for you. I'm Hispanic. Wait, was that supposed to be lesbian? Yeah, isn't that what it says? When you told me all that stuff the other week, it meant so much to me. To see you be so honest. Especially because I know how bad it hurt. I was so proud of you. Yeah, well, don't get used to it. And certainly don't even think about telling anyone. Why not? You're like the most awesomest girl at the school. Why would you try to hide any of that? Dating Karofsky now. It's gross. You don't get a say in who I date anymore. Why not? Because I'm dating somebody? Because you're Lebanese and I think I'm bi-curious? No. Because I said I love you. You didn't say you love me back. I do love you. Clearly you don't love you as much as I do, or you'd put this shirt on, you'd dance with me.
Two guys. Alright, guys. Listen up. You all did really good this week. It was tough, but I think we came closer as a team, and I'm proud of you. And now, I'd like to be the first one to show off my custom t-shirt, revealing something I was self-conscious about in the past, something I was born with, something I've come to accept about myself this past week. So, drumroll Finn.
Your chin, Mr. Shoe. Yeah, everyone tears up a lot.
Is everyone here?
Not everyone. I wanted to thank you guys for my bar prevention, and I have an announcement to make. I went to my doctor, and I canceled my appointment. And then I went home, and I made this.
Whoa!
So, unfortunately, I can't join in on today's dance number. My doctor said I have to stay away from vigorous choreography while my nose heals, so thanks for being patient. And Finn, next time, watch out for the schnoz.
Where's Santana? Probably off somewhere making out with Karofsky. Yeah, he can have her. Hit it!
It doesn't matter if you love him or capital H-I-M. Just put your paws up, 'cause you were born this way, baby.
My mama told me when I was young, we're all the superstars. She rolled my hair, put my lipstick on, in a glass of her boudoir. There's nothing wrong with loving who you are, she said, 'cause you make your perfect bed.
Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Whether you're broke or evergreen, your black, white face showed no dissent. Your leather knees, your